What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first edition of FM's Funko Features. This is something new I'm trying out on my channel, although honestly it's kind of comprised of different things that I've been doing on my channel anyway, but I just want to kind of put them together in a more focused way. So my idea right now in each edition of this series is to have a featured collection, and this would be a collection from somebody that is not a YouTuber, because I really want to give people that are not on YouTube more of an opportunity to share their collection with the community, especially if they have a really nice setup. And then also I do want to shout out a custom Funko Pop artist. This is something that I used to do on a regular basis on my channel, and I kind of moved away from it, so I just want to get back to that because there are some custom artists doing some pretty amazing work out there. And then also I want to shout out a fellow YouTuber because I mean, this is something I already do on a pretty regular basis, but I want to make sure I am a little more consistent with it. And I know from personal experience that YouTube is a lot of hard work, especially to stay consistent with it. So I want to make sure, people that are putting in that hard work really get the praise that they deserve and, and hopefully I can send some subscribers their way. So you already see here, we're going to jumpstart this with our first featured collection, which is the collection of Atlas Funko. Now, before I really get into this, I do want to go ahead and say right up front, just looking at the image that you see there to the right, I'm very impressed by that. Even though I mainly am an inbox collector, I think those Overwatch pops look amazing together out of box. So, if you happen to be an Overwatch collector, I don't know, you might want to consider seeing what those pops look like, the ones that you have, see how they look together out of the box, because like I said, I think they look amazing displayed that way. Now, when Atlas Funko decided to send the images that you're going to see my way, I realized that I'm actually familiar with her because she has done work for my Funko Pop concept series, and you see some examples of that artwork here. And she's continuing to support that series, which I really do appreciate. Now, along with her sending the images, and this is something, an opportunity that I put out there first for my patrons, and then also I put out this opportunity to be involved in this on Instagram. So once she sent the images, something else that I wanted from her, and this will be for anybody that takes a part in this, is just some information about her as a collector. So I'm basically going to be speaking for her about her collecting experience as you see the images of her collection here. So first of all, here she says, I tend to collect things I'm a fan of, like Marvel, DC, video games, art stuff. I'm also a fan of collecting things with great detail. And I gotta say, I absolutely understand that. There are some pops, even though I might not be a fan of the franchise or the character, whatever it may be, if I'm highly impressed by the design, then sometimes I do pick it up. So I definitely understand that. Next up here, she says, I think I've always been a collector. It runs in my family. When I was little, I collected Monster High dolls and Littlest Pet Shops. I always wanted to keep everything looking nice. Dolls' clothes were never changed and the hair was never touched. And you see already with the images here that things are very nicely organized within her collection. And this is something I try to do within my own collection, to have certain genres together, characters together that make sense, even though I got to work on it a little bit because I feel like it's fallen off track a little bit with so much that I've gotten recently. But yeah, her collection here pretty well organized. Next here she says, I believe from my first year in middle school is when I started collecting pops. Now I'm a senior in high school, so it's been a bit. Okay, and I'll give you all just a moment here. I don't want to rush along too fast. I do want you to see some of the pops that she has in her collection. I do notice that she has some BioShock pops, so obviously she's a BioShock fan. You could tell that from the artwork that you saw there earlier. And I'm kind of wondering what's going on with that series, if they're going to do more with the game series, and hence more pops on the way. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Okay, next up here she says, I have 400 plus pops. Some are stored away and others are put away until Christmas. And I know a lot of people, if you've been collecting for a long time, some people do get to that point where they basically have to store some away. I'm trying my best to avoid that. I really like to be able to see my collection. Already it's expanding to another room, but trying my best to be able to see it. But again, I'm very impressed, by these displays that she has going on here. And then finally she says here, collecting makes me happy. It also surrounds me with the shows, games, and movies I love. It always seems to make me feel better on a bad day. And I completely identify with that. Collecting, it's not just about having the items. You know, they really connect to things that you are a fan of, and you know, they connect to memories as well. So I completely understand this. And yes, you know, sometimes looking at certain figures, especially when I think about how I obtained them, if I got it from a friend, if it was like a gift from a friend, or you know, if I was out with a friend and I came across something, whatever, you know, there's just memories attached to it. So yeah, collecting can be very special in that way. So I definitely want to thank Atlas Funko for sharing her collecting experience and sharing her collection with us. That's very cool of her. And you see here already that she's already contributing to the next Funko Pop Concepts video, which focuses on live action TV characters. And that video will be out pretty soon, within the next week to 2 weeks, you know, somewhere in that window. It will be on the way very soon. Now, if you want to be a featured collector within this series here, then I do need you to make sure that you submit pictures of your collection, and make sure they're high quality pictures of your collection, along with details about you as a collector, including why you started, you know, like when you got started, what you're into collecting, how many you own, and you know, all those types of things. So basically just a well-rounded view of you as a collector. And the better that your pictures are, and the better that your information about yourself is, the more likely you are to be chosen to participate in this. And I really hope that people will participate in this. So you see the email address there. And like I said, you know, I look forward to seeing some more collections in the future. The first featured custom artist as a part of this series is Pablo Picasso, also known as Eclipse, and you see his name here on the screen, how to spell it. And of course you can check him out on Instagram. That's why it has the @ symbol going on there, and that's how I became familiar with his work. He may have followed me and then I followed him back. I'm not really sure how it went down, but I know I came across his artwork and it definitely caught my attention, especially being a big fan of Notorious B.I.G. And I do want you to see the pop that actually grabbed my attention. And it's this pop here of Notorious B.I.G. rocking the lumberjack hat there and the checkered jacket, or the, you know, the flannel. But and if you're not familiar with this image of Notorious B.I.G., it basically goes all the way back to before he hit it big. Basically when he was just out on the street hustling and basically trying to stay warm, you know, out there in the cold and all of that. And he would just spit rhymes and everything. And he didn't have pencil and pad, so he would actually just go off of his memory and say things over and over in his mind. And that's how he really became such a good writer. And a lot, like I said, a lot of times wouldn't even use pencil and pad. But yeah, that's where the design here really comes from, and that just highly impressed me right away. So I think I did ask him about this, and he had did just a limited number of these, and he'd already sold them off. But he did let me know about, you know, some other pieces that he had going on. And yeah, I just got interested in what he was doing as a custom artist. I started checking out, you know, the things that he was sharing. And like I said, you know, he's doing some impressive work. He's really just getting started as an artist. But I want you to see some other pieces that he has as well, including this other Notorious B.I.G., which is Biggie rocking the Coogee sweater, which is one of his most well-known outfits like ever. As a matter of fact, that Coogee sweater and just Coogee sweaters in general are still pretty popular, just off the strength of him wearing this one, you know. So that shows just how popular he was as an artist. And I think that's just very intricate artwork to actually make that you know, that sweater look legit. So yeah, I think Pablo Picasso did a great job with this pop here. And then he did some more, of course. You see here another B.I.G. I think he calls this one the King of New York. You see that he has that crown on there. This is different from the crown that you know, the common figure has. And then also he's rocking the Knicks jersey, which is a very nice touch. So that's a very good play on the Notorious B.I.G. In fact, I've seen a couple of you know, custom artists doing things with B.I.G. If you follow my channel closely, you follow my last video, you know that there's other artists out there doing things with B.I.G. But this one I think is very unique. I haven't seen one like that, and I think it's very cool. You also see here, I'm going to jump to the M'Baku figure. And this is something I'm surprised Funko hasn't done. I don't know if they plan to or not. It seems like they would have done it as maybe a chase variant for M'Baku. But he actually took M'Baku and actually put the mask on him that he wore during the waterfall fight. So I think that looks excellent, you know. And like I said, I'm surprised that Funko didn't do that. And then another figure here, you see the Supreme King Deadpool figure, which is pretty awesome as well. I think Deadpool's another great figure for custom artists just to have a lot of fun with. And then another recent piece that he did here, this is highly impressive to me. I'm not sure which figure or figures he used to pull this off, but this legit looks like a real official Pusha T pop. And if you know Pusha T, you know this is on point. And the little details he has with it, like the design of the hat, the Black Panther t-shirt, like this is just so legit. I was highly impressed when I saw this. And I mean, like I said, it just looks like the real deal. Like, you know, there are some custom artists that are so talented, you would swear that it's like an official Funko Pop. And honestly, I mean, there are some artists that take it to a level where it's better than an official Funko Pop. So yeah, Pablo Picasso is off to a great start, you know, being a custom artist. And then he doesn't just focus on Funko Pops. I mean, he's just an artist in general. You see one of his art pieces here to the left featuring Muhammad Ali. Now, I do want to read this statement that he emailed to me. It says, "I am taking commissions on customs, but am selective in what I take on, as my aim is to put out high quality professional pieces. I want to work within my abilities as I get better with each piece." I really appreciate him saying that. You know, he realizes, you know, he's developing his skills and everything. Like I said, I'm impressed already. You see one of the customs that he did for somebody there to the right there, Baker Mayfield. Like, yeah, he's already doing some impressive work. So to say that this is something that's somewhat new to him, you know, he's kind of transitioning into a different type of art. Highly impressive work already. So you see all of his contact information here. Again, you can check him out on Instagram at Pablo Picasso, or, you know, he has also goes by the name Eclipse as well, at Eclipse1. That's the number 1 there. Then you see his email address here, Storehouse Media Incorporated, or Storehouse Media Inc. at gmail.com. And he does have a website as well, The Art of Eclipse. So definitely make sure that you check out that website to see more of his art pieces. You know, just in general, support this artist. You know, at the very least, make sure you go check out his Instagram, see the different pieces that he has going on and everything, and just, you know, give him a shout out. You know, just let him know that you are checking out his work. I'm sure he would really appreciate that. But again, yeah, that's the work of Pablo Picasso. Highly impressive, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. And now we have arrived at our featured YouTuber, and our featured YouTuber for this first edition of this video is Jpops. And Jpops, if you're not familiar with her, she's just a great YouTuber in my opinion. I watch her videos pretty consistently. I don't always comment, but I definitely check out her videos. She's very energetic. You know, you can tell that she's having a lot of fun with collecting. I like how consistent she is with her videos and the quality of her videos as well, with her editing and everything. You know, the quality of her camera as well. You know, she's just on point with it. So yeah, if you want some consistent content, especially pop reviews and pop hauls and countdown videos and those different things, she's definitely a channel worth checking out. But I really don't want to say too much more about her myself. I want to give her the chance to speak to you all. So she did record something for this video, and I want you all to go ahead and check this out.
What up, guys? Jpops in the house. So first off, big shouts out to FM. Thank you for reaching out to me and wanting to feature me on this series that you're doing on your channel. Big shouts out to you, man. FM has a great YouTube channel, has great content, fellow collector, always helping out the community. So big shouts out to you. So just a little about me and my channel. I started collecting about a year ago. You know, little collecting here and there, maybe a little longer than that, but seriously collecting about a year ago. And then like February of this year, I started a YouTube channel. I was thinking about it, and I was a little like on the fence, and my husband definitely was like, just go for it. Make the channel, put the videos up. And we just went from there. So I like to put up pop hunts. You'll see us pop hunting. You'll see reviews. You'll see unboxings, mystery boxes. You'll see top 10 videos, top 5 videos. Anything Funko related. I've done videos where like I'm just putting together a puzzle. Something just like crazy little fun video ideas. But everything pretty much just pertaining to Funko. It's turned into so much more than just kind of like a hobby and having fun, with sponsors coming on board. Everybody for the most part has been great on YouTube, so it has been awesome. So that's a little bit about my channel. Again, appreciate all you guys for the support. Everybody who comments on the videos and supports the channel, appreciate you guys. So hopefully going into the new year, we can just pick it up and do a bunch of videos, and I would love to do some more giveaways and just give back to you guys who constantly support. So it's gonna be fun. Again, thank you guys for all the support. Peace.
Again, you all, if you are not familiar with Jpops, make sure that you do check out her channel. Of course, I am going to link a video down in the description. Please go show her some support. If you're interested as well, of course, she has her merch going on now, and she didn't ask me to, promote her merch. This is something that I just wanted to help her do. So you see that she has a website set up through teespring.com, and I'll just basically put that link down in the description as well if you want to get to it quickly and check out her merch. But yeah, it's just a good way to support her channel. Again, it's something she's very excited about, so I hope it does well for her. And I really hope that, like I said, if you're not familiar with her, that you will give her content a try. And if you like it, definitely make sure that you subscribe as well. And a big part of the reason why I'm doing this series really is to help out the community in general, because I mean, we know sometimes there's some negativity within the community. I prefer to try to keep things positive as much as possible. I mean, I falter sometimes too. I'm not perfect, but still, as much as possible, I try to keep things positive, and that's really what the focus of this series is. And that's why I've been kind of cooking this series up in my mind for a while now. And I'm glad this first edition is finally out, and I definitely hope I can keep it going. I really don't know when the next one will be, and really how consistent this series is going to be based off of community support, people getting involved. So yeah, like if you're interested in being a featured collector, like I said, definitely make sure that you email me what I need from you all. I already covered that previously. As far as YouTubers and custom artists are concerned, that is something I will be working with behind the scenes, basically. So not really taking like random submissions with that. That's, like I said, that's something I want to work out behind the scenes, just so it stays organized, it doesn't get too messy, basically. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed this. I really do look forward to your feedback on this video. Again, gotta say a big thank you to Atlas Funko, Pablo Picasso, and Jpops, for being involved in this first edition of this series. And thanks to all of you again, for watching so much. Please make sure you drop a like on this video. Don't forget to comment your feedback as well, because I think this series, if I keep it going, this is something that could evolve and change in some different ways, and we'll see how it goes. But I definitely had fun putting this together. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'm gonna let Jpops sign us out.
Let me know if you get the merch, tag me. I'm signing off. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.